Hello everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Peek, where we take a peek into the cosmos. So for today's reading, we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is 2 of Cups, Pile 2 is the 6 of Swords, and Pile 3 is the Star. The cards have already been pre-shuffled, so take your time, listen to your intuition, and pick whichever card calls to you. Do remember that this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for every single person. And if you do want a more personal message, you can email me for a personal reading. My email is in the description box. Okay, let's get to it. See you in your piles. Hey, pile 1, for those who chose the 2 of Cups, this is going to be your reading. So the small cards represent how or where you might meet your soulmate, and the larger cards represent your first impression of them. Let's start off with the small cards. First, right off the bat, I'm seeing that there might be a lot of individuals at this event. I feel like it is an event or a gathering of some sort, whether it's gathering people for work or gathering people to celebrate something. With the 10 of Cups here, that's what it's giving. It's giving a gathering. There's a lot of people there. Now, this gathering or event may not be the happiest of events, with the 3 of Swords in reverse here and the 7 of Wands. It feels like it may be conflicting, or there may be some sadness or healing involved there. With the Knight of Pentacles and the 4 of Coins, it could be dealing with some type of money, so it could be a business transaction of some sort. If it is a business transaction, there could be a lot of people there, and the business transaction could possibly not be going your way or not be going your soulmate's way. Another scenario I'm seeing is this might be a gathering where someone recently passed away and there's an individual there reading the will, and the individual could be your soulmate, and that could be the place where you meet your soulmate. Or this could be a wake or a celebration of that individual's life that passed away. This Wheel of Fortune does give the vibes. It reminds me of the cycle of a person's life. So I'm really feeling that wake or celebration of a person's life strongly. Okay, let's get into your first impression of your soulmate. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Coins, Page of Swords, and the Lovers. And the card you chose, the 2 of Cups. Right off the bat with the 2 of Cups and the Lovers, it gives off the vibe that you may naturally immediately feel drawn to the person, to your soulmate. You may feel you guys have a lot of similarities, you guys are vibing really well. If you have a conversation with them, you may feel like the conversation is flowing really well, flowing really smoothly. You could feel like you've met this individual before. I don't know if you believe in past lives, but that's how you could be feeling, like, wow, I feel like I've met this person in a past life. I feel like I know this person already. There is something with the hands out as well. The way the hands are clasped in the 2 of Cups, the hand here holding the paintbrush in the Ace of Wands, the hand holding the Pentacle and the Ace of Coins. In the Page of Swords, the bird is perched on her finger, and the Lovers, the girl is like caressing the dragon. So you may notice something specific with their hands. This could be maybe you guys shake hands in the first meeting if it is a business transaction, or if you're meeting the person for the first time and you notice there's calluses on their hands, or maybe their hands are soft, or you notice their fingernails are really manicured nicely. It's something with hands, and I feel like you guys are interacting with hands in some way the first time you guys meet. Also, you may think this person is intelligent with the Page of Swords. Maybe they speak really eloquently. Yes, that's what I'm seeing for your first impression. And we also have little cards over here to give a little extra detail. So you may notice that they're fluffy the first time you meet. So maybe you notice this person carries a little extra weight. We also have duplicitous. So you could see that this person has multiple sides to them. Let's say this is a gathering of some sort, and the way that they interact with the adults is different than the way that they interact with the children, and you see that, and you may get the first impression once you see them with the adults, like, okay, this person is, you know, kind of serious or whatever, or not really joking, not really fun. I mean, especially if it is awake or dealing with death of some sort, of course, they're not going to be very happy. But then you see them interact with the kids and you're like, wow, okay, I wasn't expecting this different side to them, okay? This is a different side to them I didn't think that they had. We also have acts like they don't care, but they do. Now, you could get this vibe because you automatically pick up how they feel because of this Lovers and Two of Cups energy where you feel like you've met them before. So you may just automatically be able to read them really well. And they may be in an altercation with someone or a disagreement and they're like, no, it's fine, it's whatever, but you can tell it really bothers them. Or it could just be that when they say something, their face doesn't match it. So their face like gives everything away, where you can read their face and be like, yeah, they're saying everything's okay, but I can look at their face and tell that it's not. We also have hates working. If you do meet this person and at work or during a business transaction, maybe you see from the way that their tone is or their facial expressions, or while they're working or talking, they give off the vibe that they're not enjoying the time there. Also, if it is at this gathering of some sort, family gathering or a wake, maybe there's drinking involved and they get a little tipsy or something and they start talking about their job, like, oh, I can't stand my boss, they're always on me, or my coworkers and I don't get along. And that's how you could hear it. You could overhear a conversation like that. We have plays an instrument. Again, if you end up touching their hands in some way, maybe if you shake their hands, you feel the calluses on their hands. I know some string players, they have calluses from rubbing the strings and you could feel that. Or at this event, maybe they are playing an instrument there. If it is a family gathering, they could be playing a guitar. Or at this event, maybe they're getting on stage and they have a band or something and you see them play an instrument. We have sculpted by the gods. So they could be really muscular. So because this is a general reading, not everything is going to resonate. So it could be that some of you have a more fluffy soulmate and others of you have a soulmate that's really muscular and toned, or this person could be a little combination of both. For example, in the Two of Cups, these people here have like really muscular arms, right? But then he has like a little belly here. It could be that, where one part of them is really sculpted and defined and another part of them is more fluffy. We have wants a few children. If this is a gathering with family or with children, you could see them interact with the kids and the way that they do. You could say, oh, this person would be a great parent. This person is very nurturing, very playful. I could see them definitely wanting kids. And we also have loyal. This can be shown either if they do get in a disagreement with someone and it's about like a friend or family member of theirs, they could really back their family or friend up and tell the person, you know, don't talk about so-and-so because they didn't do anything wrong. So you could see that they're loyal in that manner. We also have wrinkles. So you could see this person has wrinkles. They could be a little older. Or I'm also seeing this as maybe they have wrinkle lines from smiling a lot. I know some people have natural lines because they smile or laugh a lot, so the lines just stay there. And that's what I'm seeing for your first impression of your soulmate. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you again. Bye. Hey, pile 2, for those who chose the Six of Cups, this is your reading. The small cards here represent how or where you might meet your soulmate, and the larger cards represent your first impression of them. Let's start off with the smaller cards. For the smaller cards, we have the Four of Cups, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Cups, Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Magician. Right off the bat, I'm feeling like you may meet this person in a bar. If not in a bar, then it's somewhere where someone could buy you a drink. I'm really seeing someone offering you a drink here with the Four of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and even the Page of Pentacles is someone wanting to offer you something. So if it's not in a bar or a place where they can buy you a drink, it's just maybe they bump into you and they're trying to offer you something. Oh, you know, you should let me take you out. You should let me buy you a drink. You should let me do this to get you this. That's the vibe that your soulmate's probably going to come to you with. But the funny thing is that I feel you may be resistant to it. They may offer you, let's do the bar scenario. You're at the bar, and let's say someone comes up to you and like, hey, let me buy you a drink. And you're like, no, thank you. And it could be, I'm getting the vibe that you may have been trying to manifest this person for a long time. And after manifesting, you've met various people who you thought were your true love or who you thought were your soulmate, but they weren't and it didn't work out. And you're like, this is just another lesson. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not gonna give in to this person and just be hurt again, because there is a feeling of you possibly being hurt by this person, or this person being very deceitful or malicious, having malicious intent, where you could think, oh, this person is just a player trying to get my attention, trying to smooth talk me, and in the end they're just gonna leave. So you're kind of resistant to it, but definitely they're going to offer you something, most likely a drink, and you're gonna be like, no thank you. Let's get into your first impression of them. So you probably are going to feel that they're expansive, they're exciting. This Wheel of Fortune represents Sag energy, and Sagittarians are very easygoing, fun, energetic, blunt, but they are also known to be non-committal. And that could be the vibe that you get, that this person is just a player. Knight of Cups can also be seen as a player, someone who has a lot of people that they interact with on a romantic level, very non-committal. And honestly, I'm feeling more of this as your reaction to them. So I feel like on the first impression, you're paying more attention to how they're making you feel rather than who they are. I feel like they excite you in a way, but also at the same time kind of makes you want to run away because you feel like they may end up hurting you in the end. Ten of Swords is about being hurt, and Nine of Swords is about anxiety. This specific Three of Wands is very fleeting, where she's running up the ladder. And even the card you chose, the Six of Cups, is about moving away. I feel like they may make your heart race a little bit, where you're like, wow, this is really matching what I've manifested. This is like exactly what I wanted, but no, I think it's too good to be true. I mean, I'm meeting them at a bar. Like, I can't trust this. This is just another lesson. This isn't my love. This is just another lesson. And I feel like that's how you're going to be feeling towards this person. So let's get a little extra detail with these little cards here. So we have beautiful face. So okay, that could be another thing where you see this person and they're really attractive and you're like, psh, this person is just messing around. They probably are just looking for attention. They're so attractive. Like, they're probably just a player and getting all these people that they want. I'm not messing around with that energy. I'm not giving into that. We also have a narcissist. So that could be another reason why you're resistant of their energy at first. Maybe in the past you've dealt with people who are narcissists and you're like, this is just another narcissistic player. I'm not getting into that energy. And that could be why you're resistant over here. You're not really paying them attention. You're kind of denying their advancements. You're like, no, it's okay. They could be laid back, or that's how you see them. We also have a tease, right? That's that player energy that I'm talking about, where you're like, this person is just teasing me. They're just trying to get attention. They don't really want me. They're just messing around. And you could be in that energy again of you not wanting to be hurt. You're like, I don't want to take that chance with this person because they could end up hurting me. We also have big ears, so you might notice that they have big ears at first impression. We also have gap teeth. Honestly, okay, so even though this is your first impression, that doesn't mean that that's how they actually are. So with big ears and gap teeth, I know a lot of people can be self-conscious of having big ears and gap teeth. This is kind of making me think that this individual may have felt insecure in the past about their big ears and gap teeth and maybe their appearance, so they've had to put up this front, and that narcissistic vibe that they give off is like armor, so they don't get hurt and they're very confident. It could be as a defense mechanism, so it could be that they're not actually narcissistic and a tease and a player like that. That could just be the vibe that they want to give off because they've worked so hard to build up their self-confidence that they just put that up as like armor to protect them. We also have open book. So you could feel like you can read this person really quickly. You can meet them and they could approach you and offer you a drink or offer you something or try to take you out. And you're like, I can read this person. This is just a narcissistic, very full of himself or herself person. They're a player, they're a tease, they're not serious about anything, which could be the case, but I don't think so. Like I said, I feel like this person just puts it up as protection, as armor. We have determined. So you may be ignoring their advancements and they could just be continually being persistent. You could say, like, for example, they could say, oh, can I buy you a drink? And you're like, no, that's okay. And they're like, well, can I get your number? And you're like, no. Can I take you out? And they're trying to convince you. They could be trying to show you, like, no, I'm not the way you think I am. I'm different. Let me prove it to you. They could be very persistent in their manner of trying to, get your affection, get you to trust them. We have voice soft. Rather than having like they could have a soft voice, but I'm seeing this more of like a smooth talker. And again, that could add to that vibe that you get from them, that this is a player, they're just telling me what I want to hear. They could just be very smooth talking with what they're saying, like a really good persuader. And we also have sensitive. Rather than sensitive, like, oh, you hurt my feelings and go cry in the corner, I feel like this is a more Aries sensitivity, as far as like if you say something about maybe their appearance or something, they get angry, and it's like that sensitivity, not sensitivity as in they're gonna cry about it, but they may say something back or get angry about it, but still sensitive. Again, they could be sensitive about their appearance. Maybe they were teased when they were younger, or maybe they were just insecure about it themselves to where they are sensitive, or that's just a vibe that you get from them. And that's what I see for your first impression of your soulmate. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye. Hey, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the star card, this is for you. The small cards down here represent how or where you might meet your soulmate, and the larger cards here represent your first impression of them. Let's start off with the smaller cards. We have the Four of Swords in reverse, the Six of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. You may meet this person in a teacher-student setting. So this person could be your teacher. They could be helping you with something. Now, teacher doesn't always have to mean the formal teacher-student thing of like going to an establishment or going to a building to go to physical classes. This could be like a friend you meet that ends up teaching you something, or an acquaintance, just someone you meet that can teach you how to do something. I do think that this is a person you will meet outside of your home. I don't think you will meet them like online. I think this is someone you will meet in person. With the Six of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, it does give the vibe that they're helping you with something. They could be giving you knowledge or physically giving you something. And the Three of Pentacles, this specific depiction of one person standing on like a bench and the two people listening, it feels like this person could be teaching you something or teaching multiple people about a specific topic. And with the Seven of Pentacles here, it could take a while for you guys to specifically get acquainted. So for example, let's say this is in a teacher-student setting where there's a lot of students. You may see them, but that's not the first time you talk to them. Maybe it takes a while and it's like in the middle of the semester or middle of the class period and you don't meet right away. So it could take time to formulate this relationship. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing for how or where you might meet. Let's get into your first impression of them. We have the Chariot, Three of Coins again, so Three of Coins is really important here. Queen of Swords, Justice, and Queen of Coins. Also, the card you chose, the Star card. So immediately with the Chariot and the Star card, I feel like they're like a guiding light of some sort. The way that this Chariot is, he just came back from a victory, so you may really look up to this person, whether you're guiding light, where they're really teaching you something, you're learning a lot from them, they're an important person that you think can lead you. This person may come off kind of cold at first or just really straight to the point. They don't get really emotional. You may think that they're very logical, especially with justice. You could think that they really follow the law, follow the rules, don't really go away from that. They're not really like fun and spontaneous, or at least that's not what you think first impression. You could think that this is just someone who's like very strict, to the point, rule follower. That's it. Also, with the Queen of Swords and Justice, they could have some Libra in their chart because they both represent Libra. And you could think this individual is stable, especially with the Pinnacle energy here. This person may have a lot of money, or just act like they do, or give off that vibe of they're not struggling, they're very stable. Okay, and let's get into the little extra details I have here with these cards. This person could be a giver, or you could think that they're a giver. So they could be very generous. Maybe their teaching style is very generous, where if you ask something, they will give you the information. Or let's say it's not like a knowledge-based course, but like a physical action, like an activity where you're learning from them, and they could like literally give you something of theirs. So like, let's say it's a drawing class, right? And maybe you forgot your drawing pad that day, or you forgot a specific pencil that you need to draw. They could be like, oh, here, take mine. Again, with this Six of Cups energy, they could be physically giving you something. We have gardener. So this could be maybe a gardening class, especially with the Seven of Pentacles here. Kind of gives off the vibe of gardening, and here with the flowers. So could be a gardening class, or maybe you meet them in the store and they're a worker there, and you're in the gardening section and you're trying to purchase a plant or a tool, and you have a question, and they end up helping you out and answering your question, and that person that helps you out ends up being your soulmate, and that's how you meet. Or it could be maybe another person who's also looking to purchase a plant, but they're an avid gardener, and they see that you're struggling or look a little confused, so they come to offer their help and their guidance, and that's how you meet. Upon first impression, you could see that they have a rugged look. Again, if this is a gardener, maybe the way that they're dressed is kind of rugged, where they're not really pristine. It's not sophisticated clothing like business wear. It could be like really comfortable, maybe some holes in their jeans, or like some dirt on their shoes. It could be the way that their hair is styled. Maybe their hair is really messy, or not, it's kind of out of place. Or maybe if they have a beard, it could be rugged, where it's not really cut and clean, but they're kind of letting it grow out a little bit. They could be a painter. Back to that rugged look, maybe on their jeans or their shirt there's like paint stains. So you think to yourself, oh, this person probably paints. Maybe they paint houses or walls, or that's the creative outlet that they have. Or it could be a painting class instead of a gardening or a drawing class. It could be a painting class. You can notice that they have medium ears, cold personality. This goes kind of with this Queen of Swords, Ice Queen, Ice King kind of personality. Again, if it's your teacher or even that person that you meet at the store, it could be that they're very strictly trying to help you, and that's it. So for example, let's say this is that avid gardener that comes up to you to help out, and you have a specific question about a plant, and they help you, really easygoing. But then let's say you try to open up the conversation a little bit and ask them, oh, what's your favorite plant, or how did you get into gardening? They may not want to answer that, because they don't like to be open, and like they just want to be straight to the point, and that's it, not really open up about themselves or let you into their mind. And then we have closed off right after. That goes with that cold personality and Queen of Swords vibe. Again, they could seem really closed off, and it could be that they just don't feel open giving strangers insights into their life. Like, you have to get to know them, they have to trust you a bit to give you that information. You could notice they have olive skin. We have poet here. It could be a poetry class maybe, or maybe this person speaks really poetically. Maybe it's the tone of their voice or the words that they use. It just sounds very poetic. And we also have dark humor. So in that first meeting, maybe they make a comment or laugh at something kind of dark and you're like, okay, this person has kind of a dark humor, and that's the vibe that they give off. So that's what I see for your first impression of your soulmate. Hopefully you enjoyed. See you again. Bye.